In this video, I'm going to be explaining the theory behind making a bar in the abutment module. We're going to import a few abutments. These are abutment interfaces. I'll keep it very simple if I can. I'm going to import this one, and I'll take the underneath away, so X delete, and I'm going to Shift D to duplicate. So let us take 4, Shift D and Shift D, and I'll look at it from the top. And now assuming that we've got 4 implants placed, and I want to join them with a bar. Let's just give this a bit of a rotation, and this one, okay, just to make it a little bit more realistic. Great, I'm going to go to the abutment module. Now, these will have been aligned to the scan bodies with the ICP alignment module. So you'd have a scan body up top, and this is aligned. Okay, we're going to go to Object Management, and I'm going to select all 4 of these and put them into the correct collection. Now, what that does, it makes a lot of other parts that you don't see at the moment. What is very important is that you understand that this is red and the other is blue. So the red is on this is the inside surface, while the connecting piece is the outside surface. So please just check this, and if it's not correct, you're going to select it and flip it over here. Next, I'm going to go to the freeformed, just to keep things very simple. I'm going to select this one, and we're going to make a collar. And of course, in our modules, we need to differentiate between the magnet and the proportional editing. And assuming you want to bring this closer to the tissue, you'd of course take this closer to the tissue. So I'll only do that for this specific one. Then we're going to click on curved, and we're going to then accept this collar. And I'm going to do the same for these, but this one I will keep the way it is. Okay, now we want to keep everything nice and parallel. This is quite important. So I'm going to take all of these 4, and I'm going to look at it from the top view. Okay, so your model would be underneath it at this stage. We're going to go to the Create and Edit Core, and here I'm going to store the scene. Now this is quite important because you can always get back to the scene. You see Reset Scene, and it goes exactly the same way. So we use it if you want to do them one by one. Okay, in this case I'm not going to do them one by one. I'm going to select them all. If you do them one by one, then you can go back to the scene to make sure it's parallel again. I'm going to extrude this. Okay. Now, then what we want to do is, okay, so disregard this tissue level. I mean, the tissue could be up high here, or it could be low, like over here. So now we want to lift these. Now we can do them all in one go if you want to by Edit Toggle, and we can then pull this up, and then S to scale it if we want to. This is quite important because when we make the bar, we don't want any undercuts to be present. Okay, so we're almost there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remesh it because it's a very simplistic mesh at this stage. We're going to now click on the remesh selected cores. We can do that all in one go. The reason why we also do this is because we may want to manipulate this core, and we can't do that if we don't have a good distribution of vertices. You can imagine perhaps you want to lower this down for some reason because of the occlusion, or you want to pull this up. So we cover this in our videos. This is why we've got this dense distribution of vertices. Okay, so you'll see your your little interface there, but there's nothing you really need to do. So in the old 3.6 we had a few other steps, but not in this one. We're just going to click on Generate Custom Abutment, and that's going to connect this one to your interface. Very simple to do. You see, it's already connected. We do this one by one. In the crown module we can generate all the crowns in one go, but not in this custom abutment one. So here, let's go. Okay, so here we're left with your little custom abutments. There's no holes going through these yet. Okay, now let's connect them with a bar. Okay, so we're going to have a starting point just to put our cursor somewhere, otherwise it's going to be all over the place. Head over to the bar creation and we're going to add a curve. So we've got this extended curve here, and we can use the G key to drag it if we want to. And then we use the E key to then extend it further. So I'm just going to make a little bit of a funky design, not just horseshoe. Let's just make it a little bit curvy, like that. Okay. So we look at it from the top. Now we can change this. So let's just head to the lower. There's a square, there's a round. So they're a little bit higher up, but we can change that. This one is completely parallel, so the corners are 90 degrees. Okay, let's choose something else. 2 degrees. So it's got like a 2-degree angle to it. So we can also straighten this bar, or we can edit it. So let's edit it. So we're going to go Edit Curve, and then we've got these vertices here. Okay, so we can pull these down if we want to. You see? Yeah, let's just pull down another one. Transparent mode is quite helpful in this one. See how it easily to manipulate this, so you can contour this to your gum shape. Okay, very, very simple to do. Alright, now we want to convert this curve to a bar and remesh it. So we're going to click on Convert Curve into Bar Mesh. So we're almost there. So next thing is we want to finish the bar. So click on Finish. And then that will then do a whole lot of calculations, and it'll finish your bar. When you look at the top, we can now understand why we made these conical, just to avoid any undercuts. Then finally we want to make screw holes. Go into transparent mode and then set your screw channels to the correct height. Also make sure to check the diameter. 2.7 is default, so standard 2.5 millimeter screw head would fit through there. So if your screw is bigger or smaller, change it accordingly. Generally speaking, 0.1 millimeter offset on either side. So just add 0.2. Then select your bar and then cut the screw holes. You will now have a fixture no holes and a fixture with holes. So this is what it then looks like.